Reading. Also, the snake said, "Hey Eve, try eating this apple. It'll make everyone look even more like an asshole." CGI serpent that looks like just another studio logo is actually part of the film. Sunday school. Movie's casual disdain for the Oxford comma is disheartening. Aronofsky movie's intro directed by Zack Snyder.
Hi.
No one sees Noah running and hiding.
The ground is rich with Zohar.
Discount on Obtainium. Old-timey biblical dragon scale dog thing. Russell Crowe discovers his Australian roots and goes full Crocodile Dundee with this fictional scaly dog.
How fortunate. But for you, maybe not.
Apparently, everyone from the land of Cain is evil. Somehow not one good person was born over there this entire time. Some of you may not know, but Noah was the first Jason born in history.
They eat them. Why?
Vegetarianism. Hi, honey. How was your day? Well, I killed 3 men and buried a dragon dog. You know, the usual. The sheer curtain is all that separates you from seeing your parents doing it. Previously, in the beginning. Wet dream. Noahception.
He's going to destroy the world.
Wow, you had a dream about being underwater with dying people and that's what you took from it? Maybe you were just going to be in the Triwizard Tournament.
There'll be no hiding. Should have left already.
Even though all these characters are going to age 10 years before the actual flood. But whatever. And that's where Between a Rock and a Hard Place comes from, kids. Also, this is the gets hit with a shotgun thing from every other movie, only Noah should be even more dead. Wait, all that dragging and scraping his face on the ground and not one mark on his face?
This is a man, Onk. Do you forget how they betrayed the Creator?
Aren't you rock guys fallen angels? Isn't that exactly what you guys did?
Seem to be.
Despite Les Miserables, this child still wants Russell Crowe to sing to her.
And when we disobeyed the Creator, he punished us. We were encrusted by your world.
Yet Cain commits murder and is allowed to go make babies and create entire cities and stuff. Exposition by giant monster walk and talk. Sorkin would be proud.
Only one man protected us. Your grandfather Methuselah.
Convenient lineage is convenient.
We were hunted. Most of us killed.
How do you kill angels made of rocks? Also, this watcher explodes for no reason. What?
Not fire. Water. Water? My father said it would be fire.
He must have changed these plans for Noah and then thought, you know, if he can somehow get this vision and build an ark that can hold 2 of every animal, this just might work. Methuselah roofies his own grandson. Rather than the voice of God, in this movie, Noah acts on the events he sees in a lucid dream brought about by tea poisoning. But probably still God, right?
He destroys all, only to start again.
As we all know, this worked out for the best.
We've been chosen to save the innocent, the animals.
Who refers to animals as the innocent? And by the way, it was a snake that started all this, right? Are snakes innocent too?
First, we have to build.
Okay, I'll start on the sandcastle, you get to work on the skyscraper, and the women will start building— Oh, you meant an ark, didn't you? Oh, he's burying that seed Methuselah gave him now? I personally would have assumed it was meant to be planted after the flood, but maybe that's only because Methuselah gave no instructions about the seed at all. Deus Ex Machina. With seeds this powerful, it's kind of a wonder God needs Noah's help to do, well, anything. Also, it's too bad that the Eden seed that built this forest didn't also just go ahead and build an ark too while it was at it. This seems kind of small to me, but maybe I'm overestimating the size of lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Even with all these rock monsters helping out, the ark still took 8 years or more to get to this point. Well, this biblical story about the God-fearing Noah and his children just got a whole lot sexier. Flying birds signify danger cliché.
Father, did you see them?
Yes, Shafin.
Yeah, they're swirling overhead, dude. Hard to miss. Shouldn't the birds basically go last? We have to fit several metric tons of elephants and kangaroos in this thing before we start worrying about the small animals.
After the storm, they'll become a mother and a father. And the hatchlings will spread right across the world.
Now, don't ask me how the hatchlings will continue to reproduce after that, because that's an X-Files episode waiting to happen. Percy Jackson isn't something in this movie. Sorry, I only barely paid attention to those movies, so I don't really know what he does, but he's not doing it here.
All the birds are 2. You have Mother, Shem, Azila. What of me?
Hasn't he sent everything we need?
So, are you saying he'll send a girl for me when I need one? Or are you saying he's already sent everything we need and I'm basically f***ed in terms of a love life?
Snakes are coming too?
Sure, why not? They've never done any major biblical harm to humans thus far. Plus, they'll take care of the mice. Oh, wait. Something dramatic is about to happen during the seemingly harmless stuffing leaves in a sack sequence. How did Ham and Japheth miss this entire throng of people walking through the woods? Also, why aren't there giant Peter Jackson spiders guarding the forest and keeping these guys out? Or elves? Or ents? Or anything ever created that keeps people out of dark forests in The Lord of the Rings? Or Maleficent?
I am the son of Lamech.
So is Tubal-Cain, although it's not the same Lamech. See, people, this is why we need last names.
I'm not alone.
Well, I guess this was the perfect time for the Watchers to be sleeping, so that they could dramatically rise and scare all these people. Why weren't they working on the Ark? No wonder this thing is taking years to build.
There is no escape for you and your kind.
Well, that's only true because they're lazy. Honestly, what's to prevent these people from building their own Ark with all these trees that are still left over? They also have way more manpower and could finish earlier if they wanted.
We build
An ark?
first weapons, then men.
Oh, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Are these animals built to scale, or is the ark way bigger than I think it is?
Why would the creator want a barren girl on his ark?
Elo would be excellent at cinema sins. Also, he didn't. Your ass isn't in the Bible. You're just added on for eye candy and crucial plot swings. Also, how do you know you're barren? Unless you've banged countless dudes unprotected, how do you know this for a fact? These guys set a trap, and thank the creator, Noah conveniently sees it. But there's absolutely no danger of traps after this until Ham finds an inconvenient girlfriend. Man, cannibalism, rape, forced prostitution, famine, disease, murder. This camp is an orgy of evidence that there is a ton of sin in this camp. Damn, is this a dream too? He even dreamed of that spring-loaded trap earlier? Was that some sort of symbolism? Watch out for the trap, Noah. Sin'll get ya. Wait, was that not a dream? Was it a combination? What was the point of that?
Get away!
Wife material.
What do you want?
Liar. Let this be a lesson, boys. If you give a girl food instead of killing her in the dead body pit, she's yours for the rest of her short life.
Go and find them and bring them back.
Why not send a couple rock monsters instead? I mean, you go on to say be careful, so you know the request is dangerous. Seems like a rock monster would have an easier time not getting killed.
Don't be afraid, granddaughter.
Grandfather?
You just believe this? Ela is a terrible tracker, and instead of Ham or the entire human civilization just meters from the ark site, she finds a barren woods with Methuselah in it. Womb bloom. Rustling wind indicates something mystical is happening, cliche.
You can go now. Go, Tim.
You may commence with a hot biblical nailing. It's as God intended. My womb is healed. Time to immediately
I am a man, made in your image. Why will you not converse with me?
Maybe all the murder and the rampaging? Just a guess. Also, it rains for 2 minutes, and this asshole is already yelling at God, convinced Noah's flood talk was legit. This weapon exists. Also, hell, if this weapon exists, why did they even bother with training? They could have just built a bunch of these and waxed a whole bunch of watchers without even losing a man.
We kill Noah! We take the ark!
Because battle is the only way Hollywood knows how to build tension, let's shoehorn an evil army into the Noah story, since a world-covering flood isn't antagonist enough.
Where's Ham?
Ham? Man, we hid that salami. Oh, you meant the brother. No idea. I know we need a cool shot, but were they screaming the entire way to Noah's Ark? And why? Noah ex machina. Noah and his son get swallowed by the mass of soldiers who evidently forgot they were on their way to kill Noah and his son. This is really cool, but while everyone was busy thinking about fornicating for 10 years, they could have built a nice little moat, or a trench, or something to prevent an easy passage of evil humans from even getting to the Ark site. How would a dozen giant rock monsters have any trouble at all with any size human army? They're fallen angels and they're fucking rocks, man! You know, when I heard Darren Aronofsky, king of the discomforting, downtrodden man stories, was making a Noah movie, I definitely wasn't expecting a CGI Lord of the Rings ripoff extravaganza, that's for sure. Funny, I didn't see that other Watcher's angel fly into the sky earlier. I guess it's because he didn't have the time to ask for forgiveness before he exploded. There are entirely too many of these assholes to properly fight them off, and we're led to believe that only one of them makes it on the Ark. Man, Noah's a better fighter than Maximus. I bet if Hollywood made a biblical epic about Zacchaeus, he'd be a kung fu fighting expert / tax collector. Suicide solution. Okay, maybe we could have done that a little earlier? Just in case you were wondering about Methuselah's never-ending quest for berries while the Ark is under siege. There's pretty much no way Tubal Cain cut a Ray Winstone-sized hole in time to enter the Ark.
In the beginning, there was nothing.
Previously in the Bible.
He gave them a choice.
But why?
But they ate from the forbidden fruit.
Why was there forbidden fruit in the first place? It kind of seems like God set them up to fail. I think a decent lawyer could successfully argue entrapment. This parable Noah relates also includes several generations after the fact, including modern day, and he saw that it was good.
The Creator has judged us. Mankind must end.
This is something based on a loose interpretation of a dream I had, and I also could have told you this before, but drama. It's a big arc, I know, but Noah isn't doing rounds. He's not checking the boat for leaks or human stowaways. F***ing really?
It had to be what he wanted. A world without man.
The creator leaves crucial information to the Ark plan open for interpretation. Bad guy eats one of the Ark creatures, which I can only assume means it's a creature we've never known of in our culture, since, you know, he ate one of them and it probably couldn't mate. Probably a Pegasus or something amazing. This blanket. Biblical first response. A couple of dots and a few specks means you're pregnant. A couple of specks and a few dots means you're not. It was confusing back then.
You're not sick. But that's impossible.
You just saw a forest grow out of one seed, and a bunch of animals board the Ark without an announcement. Impossible shouldn't be in your vocabulary.
I am with child.
It's not possible.
You just saw a forest grow out of one seed, and a bunch of animals...
I asked grandfather.
To what? Undermine the Creator?
Well, you only told us what God's plan was after we got on the Ark. So, also, that asshole was out looking for berries the whole time. I guess hoping that Ela would show up so that he could magically heal her.
Do you know what this forces me to do?
Nothing. Since whatever baby is in Hermione's womb will never be able to get married or have children of its own.
I will not fail you.
Good.
I will not fail you.
Got it.
I will not fail you.
Damn it!
If it is a girl who could mature into a mother, she must die.
I just can't trust Ham not to bang his niece. I see that 40 days and 40 nights turned into a full-term pregnancy somehow.
Then wake another, one that can find us a home.
Mom thinks son can tell hyper-intelligent birds apart from regular birds.
Please! Punish me!
Whoa, this domestic dispute just got a whole lot sexier. I think. How is Hila this pregnant and Tubal-Cain still hasn't done anything? And Noah still hasn't seen him?
It's time.
It's actually long past time. Also, he must have eaten like half the species on this boat already. You mean to tell me he was content with eating a veggie diet after he took a bite out of that lizard thing he ate a few months ago?
Please give it inside.
Hey, this birthing scene just got a whole lot sexier. Wait. Damn, man, you had the advantage and wasted it on this? You had 9 months to plan. Back in biblical times, there was no such thing as an umbilical cord.
Sisters.
So, twin sisters. The heavy implication is that both Ham and Japheth have future wives here, and I'm just speechless.
I should have killed you when I killed your father.
But you didn't see him when he was a kid, did you? This movie had us believe that Noah was hiding so well you never saw him. I love how this entire story comes down to the two characters not in the original narrative. Asshole army dude and not Bear and Hermione. Because a story about a man building a giant boat on God's instructions, then loading that boat with 2 of every animal and his family, then surviving a worldwide flood, isn't exciting enough material to make a movie out of on its own, apparently. Terra Ex Machina.
He's mine.
What? You mean you care who kills Noah? You have this outstanding yearning for revenge where only you can kill him? What the hell?
I will build a new world in my image.
Then do it already! Ham's surprise change of allegiance is a surprise only to those in the audience just now watching a movie for the first time.
Do it quickly!
You just made a big deal about making your kids stop crying before they die, and now you just yell? And the babies amazingly don't wake up? Noah invents drunkenness. And wine. And new beaches.
Maybe we'll learn to be kind.
We do not.
So I say to you, be fruitful and multiply.
Somehow.
But still, ritual requires we continue with the number of platonic activities before we have sex. You're gonna slap me now.
How was that result?
There's a song you used to sing me sometimes when I couldn't sleep.
Waiting here some days and looking inside. You can't live your life on your own.
Watch over them.
They are in good hands.
They look like good, strong hands, don't they?
And up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil that is black gold, Texas tea.
What is it? What? Snakes!
Oh, whacking day, our hallowed snake skull cracking day.
Football practice.
Tommy, how's the peeping?